welcome to Moonlit Justice Oracle. I'm here to do a Divine Masculine energy check-in. Divine Masculine, I just tried 2 times to give Divine Feminine a reading, and it did not make sense at all. This is me trying to figure out why it didn't make sense, and I can understand to a degree because I strongly identify with Divine Feminine energy, and I know what my last couple days has looked like. And it's like, if you opened a door, let's say Divine Feminine's in a room, right? They're possibly curled up in bed. Some of them might even be hiding under their bed. But you open this door and they're like, hey Divine Feminine, what's up? And they start talking to you and it's not making sense. It's just like, they just need a minute. They just need a minute. So I'm giving them a minute. I decided today's not the day. And the card I got for my own, the answers I was seeking is open. I got open. This is from Wisdom of the Forest, and I'll read it to you. I don't know if this will help explain what's going on with them. We can learn to both protect ourselves and open our hearts at the same time. We have been hurt by people and circumstance in the past, but now the past is gone. It is time to face the sun and unfurl your leaves to possibility. Only then can you realize your true creativity. So something's going on with Divine Feminine. And they're going to be alright. I think they just need some time to reflect, to work through their own emotions. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everything you do in support of this channel. I friggin' appreciate you. Alright, Divine Masculine. What's going on with you? I'm going to open the door to your room and see how it's going. Okay, maybe this will be helpful. If you want to skip forward, if you don't want to hear what I have to say, skip forward. I'll tell you what time to skip forward to for the reading, right there. So, my past couple days have been very challenging emotionally. I've been struggling with finding and feeling emotions that I forced myself to not feel. I forced myself to suppress. And it's like I opened this old box, right? And when I opened this old box, because I'm like, I need to revisit these things, I found myself, one, experiencing all sorts of really uncomfortable, painful emotions that I was not ready to feel. Maybe I was ready. Maybe it was the right time. But it's like opened a Pandora's box, kind of, because I kind of felt like I had to pressure myself or force myself to be able to experience feelings that I tried so hard with aggressive aversion therapy on myself to like not feel or to suppress in some way. And now I'm feeling like I need those emotions to come back. I need to be able to experience them again. Like enthusiasm. There's love. Of course there's a lot of love, but there's the other emotions that could be beneficial. Pleasant emotions like that, and it's really hard. Not that Divine Feminine energies who might be relating to what I've been going through, not that we don't want to feel those things. We want to feel those things, and we know we can. It's just right now, it's so difficult to figure out how to experience what we, at some point, if the Divine Collective or Divine Feminine Collective, if this is involving the collective that I would resonate with this, or with, hold on. Because if I'm part of a certain Divine Feminine Collective, right, who experienced in the past a point in time that we felt it was necessary for our own sanity, for self-preservation, if we felt the need to force ourselves, not because we wanted to, but because we felt we had to, force ourselves to not feel. And we probably did that, and we probably found happiness afterwards. We finally found peace, because it's like when we feel like we're being forced to stop feeling certain emotions. And the certain emotions I'm thinking of are like hope, like having hope regarding this connection, feeling enthusiastic about this connection, when those feelings hurt, or when those feelings lead to disappointment, to pain, to suffering, there's usually a point where we determine the outlook doesn't look good at this time or at all, and we choose to have to like force ourselves to stop feeling those things, stop feeling hopeful, coming at it from a more logical state. Logically, it doesn't make sense that I would continue feeling hopeful in this situation, so I'm going to stop feeling hopeful so that I can be okay within. You know what I mean? I think there's something to do with that because of what I've personally been going. I know that if I'm going through something, a collective is as well. And based on the cards that were happening when I was trying to do the reading, it was so confusing, and it had a lot to do with like something feeling risky, like how I could imagine it's risky to allow ourselves to feel hopeful again, or it's risky to allow ourselves to feel enthusiastic about something. Maybe that makes sense. Anyway, I've gotten my own guidance regarding that, and my guidance is to not put the pressure on myself, not expect things to just happen like that, you know. Give it time. It will naturally or organically happen. But it's hard when you feel like you're supposed to be feeling enthusiastic, you're supposed to be feeling hopeful, and it's like the knowledge of that, but not being able to truly feel those feelings because they've been locked away in that box I was talking about. And it's like, the first step is to open the box and sift through everything and be like, huh. Anyways, that was my guidance, to be patient and gentle with myself. But it's very confusing territory. It's very confusing to like, you start to question everything. Like, why can I not feel? Why can I? But to me it makes sense. It makes sense that if we tried so hard to suppress things, and we succeeded in doing so in some way, it can be probably extremely difficult to be able to get those feelings back in an authentic and genuine way. You know what I mean? And that's why I think this certain Divine Feminine collective needs some time. They're working on their own stuff. It'll be okay. It'll be okay. There's still a lot of love there. It has nothing to do with a lack of love. It's what's going on with Divine Feminine internally for them, like in their own personal selves. It has nothing to do with future outcomes. It's more of like, why can't I feel what I know I'm supposed to feel right now? That's my interpretation of it. And I think that maybe we're not supposed to feel that right now. That's part of this journey. That's part of the process. In some way, whatever we're experiencing now, this struggle, it's going to be useful. It's going to lead to growth, to wisdom, experience. You know, it's going to serve a purpose at some point, but right now, we're a confused bunch. I can guarantee you that. It'll be all right. Okay. Let's start your reading. May I have Divine Masculine's current energy, please? Divine Masculine, narrow pathway, treading thoughtfully. So you're currently treading thoughtfully, being mindful about the moves you're making. Supreme protection, you are protected. Do you know you are protected? Cords are being cut. Move beyond limitation. Trust. Trust that everything's going to be okay. Trust that cords are being cut. You are protected. Move beyond limitation. Narrow pathway, treading thoughtfully. Infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. May I have one card representing why Divine Masculine is currently in this energy? Why is Divine Masculine currently in this narrow pathway energy? Divine Masculine. Discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Rigid, inner strength. Move back to wholeness. Recognize that you have the power. Discovering truth. So you've discovered some kind of truth. You're in the process of discovering truth. You're standing in the light of truth. And this has you treading thoughtfully on this narrow pathway. What would be beneficial for the Divine Masculine to avoid or let go of whilst in this energy? What would be beneficial for the Divine Masculine to avoid or let go of whilst in this energy? Rejuvenating rain, clear the past, heal the present. If you've been following with the river, right? The river situation. You probably should avoid touching the river water right now. Rejuvenating rain. Clear the past, heal the present. Or like trying to help, because I'm definitely looking at this in regarding the Divine Feminine's river water energy, right? It's like I see for the question, what would be beneficial for Divine Masculine to avoid or let go of? And then I see someone with their hand in the water. I'm like, you probably shouldn't put your hand in that water right now. We'll look into it though. All right. What would be beneficial for Divine Masculine to strive for or lean into whilst in this energy? What would be beneficial for Divine Masculine to strive for, lean into while in this energy? What would be beneficial for Divine Masculine to strive for? The High Priestess, powerful psychic insights, reflection and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. Definitely lean into, it would be beneficial to lean into a peaceful energy. Utilizing your intuition, reflecting and meditating. So I'm kind of getting with rejuvenating rain as clear the past, heal the present, right? I'm kind of, as this being something that would be beneficial to avoid or let go of, I think right now isn't the time to attempt to clear the past or heal the present within this connection. I think it's a good time to go within, reflect and meditate. That will provide valuable information. Focus on your own peace. It would be beneficial to focus on your own peace right now. What is Divine Masculine's current obstacle or challenge? What is Divine Masculine's current obstacle? Traveling lightly, simplifying your life. All right. Traveling lightly as the obstacle challenge. So currently you might be finding it challenging to simplify your life in some way. Traveling lightly. For some reason I'm getting like a pressure. Some kind of like feeling pressured or feeling burdened in some way. Traveling lightly. Simplify your life. Maybe your current obstacle challenge has something to do with like everything that's going on in your life right now. That could be why you're being encouraged to be at peace. Why it would be beneficial to find some peace. All right, we have one card for what's going well for Divine Masculine. Desert Passage. Trust there's a divine plan. So this is like even... What's going well for Divine Masculine? Trusting that there's a divine plan. Yeah, so whatever is going on in this connection, or in general, you're trusting that there's a divine plan. This is all part of the necessary process. Yeah, so okay, I'm sorry I keep bringing up Divine Feminine. Y'all are connected, you know. I'm sure you care. It's just it's a weird time for them. With Divine Feminine's reading, it was seeming to me like they were feeling like a desert right now, like with the emotions and everything like that. Because it's like when I look at desertscapes, there's a lack of water. It's a lot of dryness. And I think that if this is something you're aware of, or if this is something that you feel or are experiencing in some way, trust that that's part of the divine plan. If this is elsewhere in your life, if you're not seeing growth or life in other parts of your life, trust that it's part of the divine plan. May I have a card of advice, guidance for Divine Masculine for how they can continue to elevate? May I have a card of advice, guidance for Divine Masculine for how they can continue to elevate? Devotion. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. So do know these things, Divine Masculine. Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. If you've got a divine feminine who you open that door and she's acting crazy, or like she's like not unresponsive in a horrible way, but unresponsive in some kind of emotional way, or you're picking up on a lack of feelings in some way, trust, your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Trust that that divine feminine still loves you. It has nothing to do with the love part. It's the other feelings that come along with feeling love, you know. Fogged in, go slow, take time. Yeah. I don't know if you're picking up on that divine feminine energy. On behalf of all divine feminine energies, we're sorry if we're confusing you right now. It's only temporary. It's an important part of our process. We're going to get through it. It's just we need a minute. All right. Why is, whoa, character, you are being tested. Stay true to yourself. That might be important, the way that card flipped like that. Character. You are being tested. Stay true to yourself. Honor, integrity, trials. Yeah, discovering truth for why you're currently in this narrow pathway energy. You stand in the light of truth. Stay true to yourself. Honor the truth that you have within, the truth that you know. River Squad, if you happen to notice the river water, if you happen to notice the river water is a bit murky, or you see some like dark shadow coming downstream, don't worry about it. It'll be fine. I just noticed like what would be beneficial for the divine masculine to lean into. We have the high priestess with the river water. This high priestess is creating this river water, and here's the river banks on the side. It's like it might be beneficial for you to, like, I don't know, something about the river water. It'll be okay. For what would be beneficial for you to avoid or let go of, the hand in the water. Oh no. Okay. Okie dokie. Why is narrow pathway here for divine masculine's current energy? Why is narrow pathway here for divine masculine's current energy? Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. Summit, you are reaching the top and success is on the way. Victory, fortune, gains. An eagle. You have you're seeing the big picture here, or you have a higher perspective of this journey, of this path. And that's why you're treading thoughtfully. Summit, you are reaching the top and success is on the way. Victory, fortune, gains. Yes, you are treading thoughtfully on your path to victory. You are reaching the top. It's like when we're walking on up an incline, right? It's more challenging than just walking on flat ground. It's like you're almost at the top of that challenging incline. Discovering truth for why divine masculine is currently in this energy. Discovering truth for why divine masculine is currently in this energy. Courtship, you are romancing or being romanced now. Love, pursuit, ambition. Stand in the light of truth. Courtship. Standing in the light of truth when it comes to love, pursuit, ambition. Romancing, being romanced. It's like this the divine masculine collective that is might resonate with this. You might have discovered truth, or you might be standing in the light of truth when it comes to knowing how to most beneficially navigate this courtship, this pursuit, possibly involving love. Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. You know it's important to tread thoughtfully to be able to reach the top, to get that success and victory. passage. As one phase ends, another begins. Yes. Cycles renew change. I'm not taking this for anything. It just came out. As one phase ends, another begins. Yeah. Rejuvenating rain. For what would be beneficial for the Divine Masculine to avoid or let go of in this energy? Rejuvenating rain. Action. Move forward boldly towards your goals. Advance, steps, venture. It would be beneficial to avoid taking any actions to clear the past and heal the present. Doing anything bold. Move forward boldly. Yeah, and I mean, it seems like, because if you're treading thoughtfully, right? If someone's walking this narrow pathway, it's like trying to run across a tightrope. Some people can do it. I think a small percentage of the world's population can probably run across a tightrope. For most people, it would not be wise to run across that tightrope. I think that's what's being suggested here. Now's not the time to make any bold moves. Yeah, because I was saying before, it's almost like right now it would be most beneficial for yourself, for the connection, for the Divine Feminine, if you focus yourself inward. Reflect and meditate. It will provide valuable information. Be at peace. Focus on your own peace right now. What would be beneficial for Divine Masculine to strive for? The High Priestess. For what would be beneficial for the Divine Masculine to strive for, the energy to lean into? High Priestess, the Divine Masculine. Pinnacle. You are approaching your limit and close to the end. Peak, maximum done. To me, this card is very similar to the Summit card over here. Why is traveling lightly here for Divine Masculine's current obstacle? Creativity. You are being inspired to do great work. Talent, gifts, mission. Why is creativity with traveling lightly? Divine signs. Wait for spiritual guidance to show you the way. Message, vision, feeling. Wow, there's a lot happening here. There's a lot about spiritual guidance. These are the 3 cards that were just on the top here. Here's divine signs. Wait for spiritual guidance to show you the way. And then we had support. Spirit provides all you need to reach your goals. Wind talker. You receive and interpret messages from Spirit. Revelation. A deeper understanding comes from Spirit. There's a lot, and I think that's why you're being encouraged to step into this High Priestess energy, or focus on your own inner insights, your own intuition, reflecting and meditating. That could be very beneficial in this time, or at this time. Traveling lightly as the current obstacle challenge, simplifying your life. Maybe you're trying to simplify your life, or you've been simplifying your life in some way. Letting go of what you don't need to take on this journey, right? So when we think of traveling lightly, we see someone here with a backpack. It's like not carrying too much weight on your shoulders. Creativity. You are being inspired to do great work. Talent, gifts, mission. Why is Desert Patches? Desert Passage here for what Divine Masculine is doing that's beneficial. Desert Passage. Trust there's a divine plan. Desert Passage. Trust there's a divine plan for what Divine Masculine is doing that's beneficial. Balance. Remain stable even when you are tested. Steady, control, poise. So something's going on here. You're remaining stable even when you are tested. Steady, control, poise. You're trusting that there's a divine plan. This is beneficial. This is what you're doing that's beneficial. This is definitely the ending of some kind of phase. There will be a new phase, a new cycle. In the meanwhile, it's important that you continue to remain stable, even when you are tested. Why is devotion here for Divine Masculine's advice guidance? Devotion for Divine Masculine's union, sustain. Yeah, I feel like maybe some of you are feeling disconnected or confused, or you're feeling like something's up with the Divine Feminine, perhaps, and you're being encouraged to remain stable even when you are tested. Trust that there's a divine plan. Union. Devotion to this union. Your commitment has been recognized. Your commitment to this union has been recognized. Keep on going and keep on growing. Lasting work, thriving. You are loved unconditionally. Yes, whatever's going on here with this Divine Feminine, not here, but elsewhere, whatever's going on with the Divine Feminine, trust that you are loved unconditionally. This is all part of continuing this journey, keeping this journey going, keeping the connection growing, continuing to grow the connection. This is all big picture-wise contributing to that, contributing to the sustainability of this connection. You are building a secure and lasting relationship. Love, warmth together. What would be most beneficial for the Divine Masculine to know about the Divine Feminine right now? What would be most beneficial for the Divine Masculine to know about their Divine Feminine? Voyage of the heart. Love flows through you and to you. Yeah, this is all part of them allowing love to flow through them and to them. Love flows through you and to you. Voyage of the heart. Voyage is all about journey, right? This is part of the journey. This is part of their personal journey and your journey together. So I was saying before, it's very important. Like, I know myself for what I've been going through. Like, it's never gotten me to doubt my connection. It's never gotten me to, I don't know, all the negative, worst case scenario things one can think of, right? It's just, I know that there's something within me that I need to figure out. It's just hard to figure these things out. I think for a lot of people, this is something that we've never experienced before. We're in, like, unknown territory. Divine Feminine's message had the unknown territory card for why they're currently in their energy. We're lost in a way. We're lost, but we haven't wandered off, you know, we're figuring things out. And it's important that we do that. It's important that we get the space, the time to figure that out. Because if we try forcing ourselves to, I don't know, I was talking about it with the last river reading I did. It's like when we force ourselves to heal in some way, if we just try to hurry up and get it over with for whatever reason, oftentimes that backfires. It has long-term consequences, and it's like the Divine Feminine energy just needs to experience whatever they're experiencing. It's for the greater good. It's for the greater good of themselves, this connection. Voyage of the heart, for what's most important for you to know about Divine Feminine right now. Love flows through you and to you. It's kind of like this person almost looks like they're blowing kisses or something. It's like they're sending you love. They want you to know that they do love you. That's not the issue. The issue is them learning how to experience these new feelings. In a way, they're new feelings or revived feelings. They're new ways of feeling love. That's what I'm getting. It's like the old ways that they were feeling these emotions are part of an old cycle. So it's as if they're learning new upgraded versions of the feelings that they were forced to suppress, or feelings that they felt forced forced to suppress in some way. That's interesting. Upgraded versions. Upgraded versions of those feelings they're trying to find. It's like they're trying to find old feelings that don't exist in a way because they exist in different versions. These divine feminines they're getting a software upgrade right now in their hearts. Wow. Interesting. Okay, let's get some of these. All right. Thank you again for being in here. Thank you again for being here. If this resonates with you, please know it will be okay. Not just okay, it'll be great, but it's just a weird time. From what I've gathered, I control how I feel. I can change my state in an instant. It's too many. Alright, why is narrow pathway here for Divine Masculine's current energy? Narrow pathway, tread thoughtfully. Narrow pathway. Narrow pathway for Divine Masculine's current energy. All I need is within me now. I'm definitely getting the High Priestess beneficial energy to lean into card. All you need is within you now. Tread thoughtfully. You are reaching the top and success is on the way. Yeah, it's like whatever you've been doing on your side, keep doing that. Keep treading thoughtfully. All you need is within you now. You are reaching the top and success is on the way. Discovering truth for why Divine Masculine is currently in this energy. Discovering truth. I will improve 1% each day and give myself credit for the progress. Yes, it's important to give yourself credit for the progress you've made. All the growth, all the wisdom you gained. I will improve 1% each day. Why is I will improve 1% each day here with discovering truth? I'm stepping outside of my comfort zone. Yes. When we're stepping out of our comfort zones, it's important to not feel like we have to rush through it, like we have to run through it, you know. Sometimes, in my opinion, most of the times, it's beneficial to take your time. Small steps, treading thoughtfully. I love stepping... Did I say this before? I love stepping out of my comfort zone. Small steps. And don't forget to give yourself credit for that progress. It's really not easy to get out of your comfort zone. A lot of people never even consider the idea, you know what I mean? Continue to stand in the light of your truth. Continue to give yourself credit for the progress you're making. Rejuvenating rain for what would be beneficial for the Divine Masculine to avoid or let go of in this energy. Rejuvenating rain. My mind is free of resistance and open to exciting new possibilities. Yeah, I'm kind of, because before I was saying it's not the time with action here, right? It's not the time to make any bold moves. Or if you're feeling like you want to take action in some way, specifically towards the Divine Feminine, or specifically taking actions that are leading you in that direction. This, if you were to do that, I strongly believe that you would be met with resistance in some way. You're being encouraged to go inward for reflection and meditating. You're being encouraged to go inward in order to reflect and meditate. You're encouraged to find inner peace right now. This will continue to keep your mind, or this will help rid your mind of resistance and help you remain open to exciting new possibilities. Why is Pinnacle here for what would be beneficial for, why is the High Priestess here for what would be beneficial for Divine Masculine to strive for or lean into while in this energy? Why is the High Priestess here? My partner is cheering at the sign of my enormous success. It's important for you to know that your partner is, your counterpart is cheering at the sign of your enormous success. They know how much you've been through, They know how much you've stepped out of your comfort zone. They know how much effort you've put into progressing, to growing, to evolving. They're very happy for you, for them, for the connection. Why is my partner cheering here with the High Priestess? My partner sees and values all that I do for our relationship. I think these are insights that could be gained through reflection and meditation. This is information that could be valuable information that can be found from going within, from being at peace. Be in peace knowing that your partner sees and values all that you do for your connection. They're very proud of you for all that you've done. Why is traveling lightly? Simplify your life here for Divine Masculine's current obstacle challenge. The seeds of my greatness lie in my mind. Seeds of my greatness lie in my mind. And we do have creativity, right? I don't know if some of you are doing something involving creativity, expressing yourself. The seeds of my greatness lie in my mind. The way you think, talents, gifts, mission. There are no obstacles that I cannot conquer. Absolutely. Why is the seeds of my greatness lie in my mind with traveling lightly? I am constantly working to achieve my goals. So whatever it is that you've been doing in order to simplify your life, in order to release what is not necessary on this path, right? You have a brilliant mind. I don't know why this is an obstacle challenge for you, but something has obviously gone on that has you feeling challenged when it comes to simplifying your life in some way or traveling lightly. I am constantly working to achieve my goals. Why is creativity? You are being inspired to do great work here with traveling lightly. I am learning to trust the journey. Why is divine signs? Wait for spiritual guidance to show you the way. I am courageous. I am willing to act and face my fears. I am courageous. I am willing to act and face my fears. I don't know if there's something here about working. Simplifying your life. I am learning to trust the journey. You are being inspired to do great work. I am constantly working to achieve my goals. The seeds of my greatness lie in my mind. Yes, you have a brilliant mind. Why is I am courageous? I am willing to act and face my fears here for Divine Masculine's current obstacle challenge. I am courageous. I am willing to act and face my fears. I contribute and add value to the world every day. I am the person I was meant to become. I manage my time like a boss, and everyone wonders how I do it all. Yeah, I have no idea if this has to do with trying to. If this has to do with one's goal being creating a life that is more of a reflection of, like, the divine mission, because we have mission here, right? They share a divine mission together, right? And it's like, I don't know if someone's struggling with making that a 3D reality in some way, or struggling when it comes to navigating that path. Desert Passage for what Divine Masculine is doing that's beneficial. No, too many. Why is Desert Passage here for what Divine Masculine is doing? My thoughts are positive and optimistic today. Yeah, you're trusting that there's a divine plan. You're ensuring that your thoughts are positive and optimistic, or you're doing what you can to ensure that you have positive, optimistic thoughts. You're remaining stable even when you're tested. Trusting there's a divine plan. Yeah, I'm just getting that you might be inspired to do some kind of great work. And this could involve utilizing your talents and gifts. This could involve a mission. The seeds of my greatness lie in my mind. Is this like an idea that hasn't been created yet in a physical sense, in the 3D sense? I'm constantly working to achieve my goals. I am learning to trust the journey. Is this creative idea causing more complexities at the moment in some way? Because if someone's trying to simplify their life, right, the opposite would be complexities. Yeah, I don't know what's going on there. Devotion for Divine Masculine's advice, guidance for continuing to elevate. Why is devotion here? Trust your spiritual guidance. Your commitment has been recognized. You are loved unconditionally. Why is devotion here for... I know and trust that the universe will only bring me loyal, supporting, and loving relationships. Yeah. Trust that the universe, God, your higher power, trust that they will only bring you loyal, supporting, and loving relationships. Why is union here with devotion? Union? I contribute and add value to the world every day. I am the person I was meant to become. You are building a secure and lasting relationship. You contribute and add value to the world every day. Yes. You are continuing to add value. I mean, I feel like you already add value when you just exist, right? When it comes to divine counterparts, all good things flow into my life. Contribute and add value. What did I say? My partner sees and values all that I do for our relationship. Yeah, it's like, have you been doubting what you've contributed to the connection in some way? Because there's no reason to doubt that. You've very obviously done a lot, and it's recognized. It's kind of like, I don't know, because when I was going on and on about my own experience, right, and then how, because I know for a fact, if I'm experiencing this, there's others out there in the Divine Feminine Collective that are too, to some degree, right? And it's like, I don't know how that would come across to, let's say, a Divine Masculine counterpart. Like, how would what I said come across to them? Because it's like, yes, through this connection I've experienced a shit ton of pain, but inevitably it was the best thing that ever happened to me. It led to profound growth. It led to spiritual awakenings left and right. It led to me doing this. It led to so many amazing things in my life. And it's like, if I had the choice to, like, if I could rewind and make all of that not happen, I wouldn't choose that. I wouldn't choose to erase all that. I'd say, yeah, make it even worse for me. Let's see what happens. You know what I mean? So it's like, whatever, maybe there's something about that. Like, whatever's gone on in the past, it's like, it's for the greatest good. It's for growth, evolution. Oh, interesting. Yeah, never doubt the value that you bring to this connection. Never doubt all the work you've put in. Don't forget to give yourself credit for all the efforts you've put in. It is recognized. It is recognized by the Divine Feminine, by the Divine, by God. It's important that you also recognize it and give yourself credit for it. Why is sustain here with devotion for Divine Masculine's guidance? Why is sustain here with devotion? Why is sustain here with devotion for Divine Masculine? I accomplish anything I put my mind to. Yeah. Keep on going and keep on growing. Lasting work, thriving. Yeah. Don't give up. Don't give up on this. Yeah, it's like the Divine is recognizing your commitment to this connection, to this union. They recognize all the efforts you've put in to build a secure and lasting relationship. They've seen how much you've sustained, how much you've kept on going and growing. They see how much you contribute, how much value you add. Not only does the divine see this, of course, but the divine feminine as well. They see it, regardless of how they might be behaving or what you might be feeling from them. I'm going to have to say it again, that it has nothing to do with lacking love for you. They love you tremendously. Just because they're revisiting these old feelings, right? It's necessary for them to revisit those old feelings so they know how to upgrade them, so they know how to create better versions of those feelings for them to experience with you. Yeah. Let's get some personalized, and by personalized I mean for each zodiac sign. We're going to do 13 of the zodiac signs because of the collective of Ophiuchus. The Ophiuchus collective. They are here and they too like messages. Create a little pile. Alright. Well, thanks for making sense, Divine Masculine. My goodness. Starting at Aries and ending with Pisces. Yeah. Get a sip of my water. Okie dokie. What guidance do we have for Aries Divine Masculine? Aries Divine Masculine. Cloak of Wisdom. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Absolutely. This is reminding me of that one card that was in here about finding the truth, standing in the light of your truth. Cloak. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. Why is Cloak of Wisdom here for Aries Divine Masculine? Cloak of Wisdom for Aries Divine Masculine. Woo! Staying focused. Hold the course. Yeah. Keep your eye on the prize. Hold the course. You already know the answer you seek. Trust what you know. I'm not sure if you've been looking for an answer to a question you already have the answer to, or looking for an alternate answer or a different answer. Because I'm seeing this person with their spyglass. That's what those are called, right? Spyglass. Hold the course. Trust what you know. You already know the answer you seek, Aries. Trust it. Alright, what do we have for Taurus Divine Masculine? What advice guidance do we have for Taurus Divine Masculine? Finding sanctuary. Opening to your spiritual source. Finding a safe and comfortable place. Opening to your spiritual source. Why is finding sanctuary here for Taurus Divine Masculine? Valiant courage. Take action with passion. Why is valiant courage here with finding sanctuary for Taurus? Valiant courage with finding sanctuary. Valiant courage. Begin now. Take your first step. Crossing bridges. It's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Alright, what's happening here? Let's see. I feel like you're being encouraged to take action in some way towards something you're passionate about. But begin now. Take your first step. And this could involve it being time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Crossing bridge. Finding sanctuary. Okay, I had to look up the official meaning of this card because I don't have a book for it or anything. The official meaning of finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual sources. It's an invitation to pause, go inward, and retreat into your spiritual center to hear the quiet voice of your soul. When this card appears, it signifies that it is time to step away from the turmoil, chaos, and heavy energy of the outside world. It's a call to take a step back and prioritize your energetic well-being. The imagery on this card often features sweeping mystical skies. Yeah, they're there. This reminds you to embrace higher thinking rather than getting swept up in collective anxiety or drama. Profound physical and emotional healing occurs in the stillness of sanctuary. By creating a secure, peaceful refuge within yourself, you naturally become a safe haven for others. So, because this is the first card that came out, right? I did say before, it's like, take action with passion, take your first step, it's time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. Had any of these cards come out first, I think that would have been the guidance. But I think there's something more in this Finding Sanctuary card. So I think you're being encouraged to go find sanctuary for yourself. Go find peace within. And that's in alignment with the suggested energy to lean into with the High Priestess. It's like going within, focusing on meditating, reflecting, etc. Alright, what do we have for Gemini? Unknown territory, you are exactly where you need to be. Gemini, even if you're feeling like you're in unknown territory in some way, you are exactly where you need to be. Why is unknown territory here for Gemini? Faraway places, get ready for new horizons. Yeah, this is going to eventually lead you to new horizons, to yeah, it's like, because in this, they both of these are cards of basically unfamiliarity, right? Because it's faraway places is far off distant lands, you know, things, new horizons. And an unknown territory, of course. This is an unknown place. You are exactly where you need to be. Get ready for new horizons. There's a lot more life and vibrancy in this card. And it's like, this is a lot more kind of a washed out look, almost. It's like this unknown territory that you're traversing through, it's going to lead to something more vibrant, something with more life, enjoyment. Why is faraway places with unknown territory for Gemini Divine Masculine? Yeah, watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. You're being encouraged to relax, rest. Don't stress about this. Who's next? Cancer Divine Masculine. Cancer Divine Masculine Collective. What do we have for Cancer Divine Masculine? Traveling lightly. Simplify your life. You're being encouraged to continue taking steps to simplify your life, to let go of what you're not needing on this journey. Why is traveling lightly here for Gemini? Transformation. Major changes. A fresh new way of living emerges. Simplify your life. A fresh new way of living emerges. Yeah, you're being encouraged to find ways to simplify your life, to travel a bit lighter, to carry less on your shoulders. Because this will lead to some kind of major transformation. A fresh new way of living emerges. Cancer. Leo. What do we have for Leo Divine Masculine? Leo Divine Masculine. Grounding. Go deep, explore your roots. Your roots. So it's important, you're being guided to ground your energy. Go deep, explore your roots. Why is grounding here for Leo? Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Absolutely. You're unstoppable, Leo. You can overcome anything. It's important to, like I said just now, ground your energy. If you're feeling stressed out, you know, that fire energy, right? It's easy to let that fire energy go wild, but in those moments, if you're feeling stressed or whilst facing obstacles while overcoming them, find ways to ground yourself. Virgo. What do we have for Virgo? Discovering truth. You stand in the light of truth. Yeah, stand in the light of your truth, Virgo. Divine order. Do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. So whatever truth you have, honor it and do what you feel is right. An important lesson is unfolding. Why is divine order with discovering truth? Stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. Virgo, and then Libra. What do we have for Libra divine masculines? Libra, Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe, angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Archangel Michael, impasse, reflect and redirect your energy. Yeah, it's like with surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. With impasse, right? The squirrel is focused on this blockage. They're concerned about whatever blockage this is in the past. They're being encouraged to surrender their concerns, reflect and redirect your energy. Maybe focus your energy elsewhere. How can I do this? Yeah, elsewhere. This other path. There's something else to focus on over here. You're being encouraged to do that. Do you know you are protected? You are safe. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Scorpio. What do we have for Scorpio? Scorpio, divine masculine. Joy and delight. Open your heart to joy. Yes. It's stressing the importance of not closing yourself off to feelings of love and joy. Open your heart to joy and delight. This is a more youthful energy on this card. It's kind of like going about things in a more lighthearted way, or finding ways to enjoy a more lighthearted energy. Joy and delight for Scorpio divine masculine. That's too many. Joy and delight for Scorpio divine masculine. Joy and delight. Surrendering to the journey. Release control. Yeah, so if you encounter... it's important to surrender to the journey if we're talking about spiritual divine counterparts, right? Release control. This is about understanding what we can control and what we can't control. In these divine counterpart connections, there's a lot we can't control, but there's a lot we can do with ourselves. And I think you're being encouraged to what you can do for yourself. Allow yourself the opportunity to open your heart to joy, to feel a little more free-spirited, lighthearted. Fucus. What do we have for the Fucan divine masculines? Fucus. Desert passage. Trust there's a divine plan. Absolutely. Whatever's going on, whatever you're seeing and feeling that there's not much life, you're not seeing much happening, or you're not seeing much growth in some way, trust there's a divine plan. Why is trust there's a divine plan here for a Fucus? The High Priestess. Powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. Yes, be at peace regarding whatever this feels like whatever's going on that has you feeling like this hot, dry energy, or like this lack of, if we were talking about the divine feminine's emotions and feelings, right? Whatever's going on with them. Trust that it's part of this divine plan. It might be beneficial to reflect and meditate. This could help provide you with valuable information. Most importantly, be at peace. Everything's okay. Alright, Sagittarius. What do we have for Sagittarian Divine Masculines? Passion and pleasure. Savor your life. Yeah, Sagittarius. Savor your damn life. Have a good time. Show yourself some fun. Do something fun. Do something you're passionate about, or do something that you find pleasurable in some way. Find ways to savor your life, to enjoy life, to have fun. Things big or small, you know, there's little things we can do that are fun. There's major, big things we can do that's fun. Why is passion and pleasure here for Sagittarius? Finding sanctuary, opening to your spiritual source. Maybe you've been kind of keeping to yourself, going within. That safe and comfortable place where you're connected to your spiritual source. Maybe you're being encouraged to get out there and have some fun in some way. Finding sanctuary with passion and pleasure for Sagittarius. Finding sanctuary with passion and pleasure. Great adventure, wise leader. You are a beacon for others. Take a risk, venture forward. Yeah, I feel like I think you're being encouraged to have some fun in some kind of way. That might help lead the way energetically. Like if we're talking about you in relation to a divine counterpart, if you find a way to experience passion and pleasure in your life for yourself, it might also help with wise leader, right? You are a beacon for others. It might help the energy follow, or it might help, I don't know, there's something about that. It might encourage that kind of energy in your divine counterpart in some way. Alright, Capricorn. What do we have for Capricorn? Grounding. Go deep. Explore your roots. You're being encouraged to ground yourself. Be in the moment. Why is grounding here for Capricorn? Grounding. Watching clouds. Lie back, rest, and relax. Yeah, you're being encouraged to be in the present moment. Find ways to rest, relax. Stay grounded. Staying grounded. Yeah, I don't know if anyone who's watching this for Capricorn, if you're part of the River Squad, both of these cards is someone sitting on the land next to what seems to be a river. And this one, it seems more like a lake or an ocean or something. But still, right on the land, it's like someone's just chilling on that riverbank, right? And something's going on with the water. The water's looking a little funny these days, but it's okay. It's important for you to, if that resonates. And if not, it's still important. You're being guided to find ways to rest and relax. Find ways to ground yourself. Focus on being in the present moment. With grounded energy, right? We're not lost in our thoughts. We're just very in the present moment, paying attention to what's going on around us and relaxing into it. Aquarius? Yeah, Aquarius. What do we have for the Aquarian Divine Masculines? Mystic Healer. Healing energy flows through you. Why is Mystic Healer for Aquarius? Why is Mystic Healer here for Aquarius? Mystic Healer for Aquarian Divine Masculines. Mystic Healer. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Maybe grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. Are you able to create healing energy within you? Or there's something you can do to allow healing energy to flow through you? It's like Mystic Healer, right? This healer heals others. They create that energy within. Grace and gratitude. Through gratitude, joy expands. This is about having a perspective of gratitude, living our lives with gratitude. Is it possible that having gratitude, expressing gratitude, living with gratitude leads to creating healing energy in some way? Why is grace and gratitude with Mystic Healer for Aquarius? Grace and gratitude? The High Priestess. Powerful psychic insights, reflection, and meditation that provides valuable information. Be at peace. So, you're being guided to reflect and meditate. This will provide valuable information. This will help be at peace. Coming from a place of gratitude, allowing the healing energy to flow through you. And with Mystic Healer, right, it's like I see that as someone who also heals others in some way. Interesting. Pisces? What do we have for Pisces? Ascending the mountain. Keep going forward. Yeah, keep going forward, Pisces. Ascending the mountain. It's not easy. You're going up an incline, but you're being encouraged. You're being cheered on. Keep going forward. Don't give up. Why is ascending the mountain here for Pisces, Divine Masculine? Ascending the mountain. Serapis Bay. Ascension. Funny. Ascension up the mountain, right? Move into your true self. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Yes. Whatever's going on, whatever darkness you might be feeling, it's important to keep going forward. Move into your true self. This is moving you into your true self, or it's helping you. Or moving into, by being your true self in some way, it's going to help you ascend this mountain, rising above the darkness. The light is here. Why is ascension here with ascending the mountain? Overcoming obstacles. You can overcome anything. Absolutely. You've got this, Pisces. Whatever's going on, you're obviously going through something. Some kind of obstacles, challenges. Do you know you can overcome anything? You're very capable. It's important for you to move into your true self, to ascend. Rise above the darkness. The light is here. Keep going forward, ascending the mountain. Yes. You've got this, Pisces. You're very strong. All right. If you made it to the end, I thank you for being here. I thank you a whole bunch. And, yeah. Until next time. Bye.